Hi guys, welcome to a very zesty episode of the MLR Podcast. Well, a very post-zest episode of the MLR Podcast. My name is Jaybird. I'm the Phillies GM, ex-commissioner, and we got the current commissioner here, Tim Pops Moyer. Say hi.
Hello.
And we also have Whit Bass and Mattis 99. If you,
Hello.
Yeah, it's Mattis. So yeah, we're just coming off some steamy game discussion drama, but we want to make sure to stick mostly to the game discussion here. We might add some callers later if you guys think that would be fun.
You promise to behave?
Yeah. That's we don't want to be doing that. If Morello wants to come on, I might not let him come on because I don't really want to get into stuff like that. But not any slight against him in particular, but he might want to get into that, and I don't really want to. But yeah, session 4 started today, and session 3 ended today. Kinda, not really. It didn't end because we have our big I guess our big game related controversy of the day, which is the tie or lack thereof. So yeah, I think at least Moyer Pops was in that discussion, and we had and what did we decide on? I wasn't really there for the decision.
We're gonna let them play it out with extra innings, since that's what it's going to, but with the caveat of we really do need to buckle down and figure out a permanent rule for games tied after day 14.
Yeah, it's really difficult to sort of come to an agreement on that because we really need to finish sessions in a very orderly fashion, or else we're going to be here for 2 years a season, and so, but at the same time, a lot of us do not want ties, and I understand that sentiment. I personally did not mind them that much, but I'm good with finding a way to get rid of them. And I guess before we start talking a little more, I want to give a shout out to Kevin Arena or Ariana, who won't shut the fuck up, and his brother Kevin. So hi Kevin, how you doing? And and I guess they're both named Kevin now that I see. But yeah, hi to you. You're welcome. I'm talking with the chat right now, and the chat on the actual stream might be a little bit behind. But yeah, session 3 for the most part ended. We had some very interesting games. Maybe a big one is Cal Tiberius Jr. doing what Cal Tiberius Jr. does best and blanking the Phillies amidst a good outing by Hudson Quinn. So who was I think it was Pony. Okay, so Pony, how about you go through that game that you umped and I guess talk about Tiberius and how he pitched and stuff.
Well, it's pretty much going to be boring talking about it because it was a boring pitcher's duel. If you think pitchers are boring, I thought it was cool. But Tiberius is a machine, and I think we need to nerf him, please.
Well, I think the Pirates did a good job nerfing him.
We're trying.
I mean, both pitchers, both starters did great. Quinn did great. Tiberius did great. You came in and gave up, a 3-run home? Or no, he gave up 2 home runs, a 2-run and a solo. So that once they did that kind of ended the game because there's no way you're going to get 4 in 1 inning on Tiberius, I don't think. So
yeah, it might not have been my best decision, but I was just trying to preserve Quinn's good outing. I wanted it to go down as a good outing. Hold on. Dom might want to come in, so I'm gonna let him in because he's complaining about being locked out. Yeah, for those of you who might have been in the podcast group, I'm trying to keep it so that 20 people don't come in at the same time, so I lock everybody out automatically before each podcast, and then I let certain people in so that we can have it all nice and good. Ugh, but yeah, so yeah, that was a pretty good pitching duel that sadly the wrong team won. But yeah, how about you other guys? I know a few of you are umps. What were the games you did?
I'll steer away from my games, but we have to. I'll get to that in a second. But I think Poos deserves a shout out for setting the single game score record with his 2-hit shutout of the Athletics.
Yeah, he definitely needed that. I know he's had some problems in the past, so I'm glad he was able to follow through and get a good game there.
I think he scored a 95 or something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I remember, I forget who told me. I think it was on the last podcast, but somebody was like, "Yeah, he has a no-hitter going on right now," and I was like, "What? I haven't heard of this at all." And yeah, sure enough, that's what was happening. But sadly, it got broken up. I think that night because he jinxed it. Because he didn't censor himself. But yeah, it was I'm really happy for him. He's a really cool dude. He and I have a shared appreciation for an obscure prog rock band that we've really grown to appreciate each other around. But yeah, that's and did so who were they versing there? Houston. Who were they versing in that two-hit show?
A's who have fallen off a cliff.
Ugh. It seems like a lot of the old teams are kind of having troubles. I mean, the Phillies. I'll be the first to admit we're having troubles. The Nationals, though, they'll blame it entirely on the Stifle no show. They're having some issues. Oakland's definitely having some issues. So yeah, there's a lot of difficulties there. But one old team that definitely has not had issues throughout their entire existence is the Expos, who were good as the Braves, and then they came to this season, and now they're 3-0. So they're definitely a force to be reckoned with. But to be honest, I don't value the Expos as much as everybody does, because I think that beyond Tiberius, they're a little overhyped. I mean, do you guys agree with that or disagree?
Yeah, I agree that the Expos are definitely overhyped.
They've only scored like 3 or 4 runs or something like that, right? Like it's or 5. It's something really, really low. Like if it wasn't for Tiberius, they wouldn't be 3-0.
They have 9 RBIs, so they have like 9 runs. But
3 a game is not a lot.
yeah.
At least it hasn't been so far with what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, it's I think their DPA right now even after session 3 is like average or below average. So yeah, they definitely need to get more in the hitting department. But yeah, it's very.
Look at the Rays GM calling me out in the stinking chat. What a dick.
Yeah, dude, I hate that guy.
Yeah, what a dick.
That's fun. Dang. I haven't even done it yet.
I'm just predicting based on being thrown out of my previous game.
You mean hitting people and then coming back into the dugout in disguise is like, I should get to stay here forever?
Oh, have you guys seen the
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you guys seen the overlay for the podcast yet?
Is it the crying person?
No, that was Emma Stone. I had Emma Stone crying as the pre-show because Hudson Quinn's.
Is she mourning Hudson Quinn?
Yeah.
I'm checking that right now.
And yeah, the current one is the Phillies and Indians fighting with Tim as the mom and Morello as the baby on looking. So I thought that was pretty funny. But
go ahead.
sorry, I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just gonna segue. But if you want to say something about it, go ahead. Fine, dude. Cut me off. Don't see if I care.
I was just gonna pump up the another old team is doing pretty well, and my team though, so I do have to give them a little something.
Your team is number 1 on my list, to be honest.
I have the Blue Jays. I think I had the Blue Jays one.
I think most people have the Blue Jays one.
On most people's list, because
Yeah.
we're hitting and pitching.
I had Expos and Blue Jays 1 and 2. I don't know which order off the top of my head.
I had Blue Jays Giants Expos. I love the Giants. I said this last podcast. I adore the Giants. They've got some good stuff.
I think I put them 5th or 6th.
That is a sin.
Yes, we talked about this. I think they're top 5.
They definitely their 2-1 record isn't. I mean, a lot of teams have 2-1 though. I think is it only the Canadian teams that are 3-0?
Yep.
Yeah.
2 Canadian teams, 2 3-0 teams.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Don't worry, they're about to get a loss this session.
Yeah, it happens to
2-0
everyone.
already.
Never say never. I mean,
I know.
the Expos, what they do have is a very good hitting core. What's up? What the fuck is Aranya doing? That just appeared.
That's some good pasta.
That just appeared on the thing, and it doesn't even fit in the entire fucking screen that I have set up.
Yeah, I was just following along with the arguing as you guys were talking, and I kind of lost it there. That was a good. It's perfect.
It's fun because this argument that's going on right now is going to be saved for archival reasons because of the chat that's on the podcast right now.
Oh,
so that's going to be fun.
So Ariana's going in the history books.
Ariana. Sorry, I'm not good at pronouncing names according to him. So.
Oh no! Here's another one.
This is the best post on Reddit right here.
Oh, that's the grilled cheese. Yes, that's a good one.
Toddlers are. I mean, I'm not gonna. I made the image, so I'm not gonna go into the details of the image. I'm gonna stay out of this one, dude. I'm not gonna.
I don't understand why people are complaining. I'm depicted as the mother, so get over yourself.
It's making fun of everyone. It really is.
I know.
They're high level babies. A toddler is a baby that's hit level 40.
It's a baby with glowing yellow hair that's standing up.
When a baby hits a certain level, they can up some of their attributes.
While we're talking about the podcast overlay, can I just say that this is the worst stock image I've ever seen? Because this little boy, if I moved the Phillies logo, this little boy is the most unconvincing fight face ever. He's just smiling. He's just huh. And you can't see the little girl. She's probably doing the same exact thing. But this is the most, and the mom doesn't even look angry. So, I thought it fit well. So I was whatever. And it was the only one that I could find that was big without the watermark. And I didn't want to be that trashy and have the watermark there too. I'm not about that.
Can I just ask why Dom wanted so badly to join and he's on mute and typing in the chat anyway?
I'm waiting to hand it over to him and to get 30 minutes of just Orioles fandom just for a good half hour. If you want to talk about your team, Dom, I mean, if you're not,
chance.
I mean, you're still talking to Morello here, dude. I'm fucking.
He's still +1ing.
Oh shit! I'm muted. Oh, that's a.
You've just been talking this entire time.
Thing about the toddlers is it's called a toddler because it's not a baby.
Do you consider a teenager an adult, or do you consider a 13-year-old person a kid, or
Yes.
Do you consider a teenager different from a kid?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd say 14 is probably when you're a teenager. 13 and under. 13,
What?
In the name.
Young.
No, go on, man. Go on.
Toddler says baby and Davey says toddlers. Depends on
I consider the 60s to be 61 and up, and and the 50s to be 60 and under. I missed you, Dom. How you doing? That's good. I don't know what this is, dude. I've had a long week. Just like whatever. This is what this podcast has become. The toddlers versus babies. Where were we? We were talking about the Blue Jays.
Is Mash a toddler or a baby?
I'm gonna segue off the Blue Jays though, because I don't like talking about us too much.
Let's dedicate this entire podcast to the Blue Jays.
Hot dog is saying.
Go ahead.
I would just ask the question, and I'm waiting for game discussion to lose their minds right now.
What?
Monster says no.
Okay, well there you go. There you have it. I'm glad this is staying to the game discussion. Keep this on the game discussion, guys. We need them that archive.
Game discussion is important.
Toddlers versus babies.
All right, you guys either have us goofing off and laughing, or you're gonna have us super serious and attacking each other, like the game discussion earlier.
Well, if Pi gets in here,
There's no in between.
filthy commie bastard. I swear to God.
Don't hate on Pi.
I think Pi is gonna be AWOL for the next. He's gonna be AWOL for the next few days, and he's gonna come back with a beard and a plank with a face on it, and he's gonna be like, "We struck gold south of Las Vegas," and he's gonna show me just a pile of dirt with nothing in it, and I'll take him home and I'll shave him, and he'll be okay after that. But he needs a little bit of time to be crazy. Oh, this is guys. Let's have fun here. We're having a nice little podcast. Let's be nice.
And there's not 20 of us, so that's nice.
Let's be happy. Let's be chill. This is not going to be a serious podcast. We're going to have fun. We're going to talk about fake baseball.
Rattler, water isn't wet. No, it's not.
I lost the podcast.
Oh, wet.
It's gone.
Did you
That's
ever
a good
have
one.
it?
Nah,
Is
dude.
hot dog a sandwich?
Is
No,
it-
hot dog is not a sandwich.
This is a dedicated is water wet podcast now.
Is tacos a sandwich?
A hot dog is
No, taco's a tortilla.
It's
Oh, God.
a form of bread though.
makes sense actually because a taco and a hot dog are more similar than a sandwich and a hot dog.
It's
Rattler has a fair point.
It's an odd.
You know what really makes sense though is you shutting the fuck up. Okay, it's not a sandwich.
And say it was
I'll
a
throw down. I'll die on this hill.
We won't get serious about like the serious infighting and game discussion, but when we talk about sandwiches and hot dogs, dude.
Love your mom.
I'll die on that hill too. Hot dog is not a sandwich; it's a hot dog.
Yeah, I'll stick with you.
I don't care. I don't care that much, to be honest. I don't really like hot dogs that much.
Hold on.
No.
Is that a taco hot dog? What the fuck are the Rangers doing?
Hey, dude, have you seen the Arizona Diamondbacks have the churro dog? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I went to Chase Field last year. I almost got one.
I almost
Yep.
got one too in Chase Field, but I didn't because I thought it looked gross and I didn't
That
want to
is
die. Ooh,
genius.
that was loud.
Thing is where.
I was.
Go ahead. I'll go back to big baseball after.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I was like. Up until the whole time I stood in line, I was leaning on getting the D-bag dog, which for those of you who don't know, it's a the 2-foot corn dog stuffed with jalapenos, bacon, cheese, and all that. And I was gonna get it, but then when it came down to it, it was $30. So instead, I got like a roast beef sandwich on a pretzel bun,
That's
and my dog's squeaking her toy in the background. So just ignore
That's
that.
adorable. I like that. But that's where food gets like uncomfortably large. Like it just is like becomes a burden at that point. I feel like I won't be able to finish that. Like I'm not like at a place where I can just like I can't like ask for a bag after it, so I'm gonna have to bring it home somehow, and it's just a pain in the ass.
At what size of meal is it officially too much food that you know you can't eat?
Well, it depends. I mean, if it's at a restaurant where you could just easily bring it home in like a box, I mean, like, why? Like, it doesn't. Give me as much food as you can. Like, I'll eat it for the next week.
When you order something, because I've done it multiple times before, when you order something and you know you're not going to eat it all, but you still order it anyway because you're a glutton as shit.
Even if I could eat it all, I usually eat half of it. Because I'm afraid that I'm going to eat, like, 4/5 of it. And I don't want to leave 1/5 of my food left to eat. Like, there's not enough there to eat without...
If you're flexible enough. I think you mean anything can be brought into a stadium.
Well, I mean, seeing as we've abandoned fake baseball to its...
We'll get back to it. We got the whole night. We got the whole night, buddy.
We're gonna circle. We're gonna circle around. All right, don't worry. It all comes back together.
Or prison pocket, my guy.
Was the Tampa Bay Cleveland game session 3?
Yeah.
It feels like an eon ago, to be honest.
Because it was
like
it was done like in 5 days.
yeah, took 5. All that took 5 days.
I was unaware Tuna got traded like the day after.
Ah, shit. Alright, so it's gotten warm lately, and because it's warm, I've been getting a lot of stink bugs just randomly around here. I'm gonna take 5 so I can kill this thing, so I guess start talking about fake baseball or whatever, I don't really care.
Or something, wherever we go.
I'll try to steer us back towards fake baseball. How about this Bernie Summers guy for the Texas? Currently,
The one that's like never gotten out or only been out like once or something like that.
Yeah, has the highest batting average, on base percentage, 4th in slugging, 3rd in
7 for 8 with
Yeah,
a
7
double
for 8.
home run, 4 runs scored, 3 RBI,
Yeah.
He's very
0.961
underrated.
WOA. Yeah, he's definitely taking the league by storm, that's for sure.
I feel like he's not talked about a lot because he's on the Rangers and nobody cares about the Rangers because they don't really have that many active people. I feel like he's pretty underrated.
I have
I believe I called the Rangers beating the Mariners last podcast, by the way.
I have a question for everyone here. In your opinion, which team, 2-1 or better, is the biggest sham?
Expos.
You say
Dang,
Expos?
that was quick.
Don't even need to think about it.
I can get on board with that Montreal train because, I mean,
I
no,
have to look at the standings real quick.
no, statistically, they've been really good, actually, so.
There can only be one good Canadian team.
I mean, I think they have a better team ERA than you. Their pitching is better and their hitting is slightly.
Well, no, they have Cal Tiberius, and that's
Yeah.
where it ends.
But you know who's better? Oh well, I mean, in terms of earned runs, no, but you know,
I'll
almost
do it just so we can yell at each other. Easily the Rays.
Yeah.
Okay, first off, I see what you're doing here. Saying Rays instead of Devil Rays. And you can fucking stop right now. This podcast will get ugly. Jay's gonna come back. It's gonna be like that Community meme when Troy comes back with the pizza and everything's on fire. That's what it's gonna be like if you keep calling us the Rays.
So, guys, who do you think is the biggest weakness on the Rays?
I'm gonna need another beer.
I think it's
I need another beer.
I think it's Wit. I think he's the biggest weakness on the Rays.
I think it's Bitwass or whatever that guy's name is.
Ah, fuck that guy.
I'm gonna need another beer. You guys keep calling me the Rays.
No, we called you Bitwass. You're fine.
How tense would it be if we got like ownership and the GMs could actually get fired?
No thanks.
God, that'd be so fun though.
Oh, that'd be great. I'd love it.
Oh,
But the owners would do nothing. That's the problem. Like, what would they
I know.
do?
It'd be so fun, wouldn't it? Like if you could actually like have some sort of concern about your job, and you might have to like look somewhere else.
Yes, it'd be fun, but I don't like the owners would have to have like a conscious part in the game, and I don't think you'd be able to create that.
I don't know how they would go about doing that.
I do think it'd be fun though. Like OTP has that. I
It
guess
would be cool, especially if you could like, because I don't know, like there's some people that are better at predicting, like, I've called some fucking bad hits though, but I've called a couple in like batting practice and stuff that have been good hits. So it's like guys could come in as like coaches and stuff on a staff, and it could be like and it's fucking awesome. Owners can just be cam girls to raise money for the league.
Yeah, I was thinking we could have just like people actually buy teams, like for real. Highest bidder, the more money you put in, the more money your team gets to sign free agents. It's $1 million every $5. You have to pay like $100 to get $100 million.
This all started with Barney Summers and how Texas was a good team, and then their shit is a good player.
Dude, Barney Summers is my man.
God, if you make it so it's like $1 million per dollar you put in, I will get $100 million and I'll promote somebody on my team to GM, and we're just gonna take everyone.
Yeah, dude, give me $100, and I'll give you whatever the fuck you want. Oh shit, I'm not a commissioner anymore. Fuck. Okay, can I get the commissioner job back?
I get $100.
No, come on, it's my idea.
I have like Cal and
with
like the best players in the league.
Dude, I wanted to like, unironically, I wanted to someday just have, like, create, shirts with like, on the front it just says like, reddit.com/r/fake baseball, and then I can have just people we can all like wear it and walk around, and it'll give us like free advertising to like random people on the street.
We should do that. I'd wear that shirt proud.
Yeah, I mean we could. I mean I could get money off of that, and then we could get. I would probably, you know, we could probably like reinvest it into something cool, like I don't know, like servers. Like I wanted to. It'd be cool if we could someday get like our own. If we get more like independent, we can get our own website where we run this shit out of. But I don't know. I don't think that's that necessary. But I think
Play already owns Fake Baseball. The website.
Oh well, we could do like we can do our own thing.
Like
I think
fantasy website.
I think when somebody asked where the sheets were, like the spreadsheet, I told them that it was www.fakebaseball.sheet/yes. And I wanted that so bad. Just have fake baseball .sheet/yes as the official link to go to that redirects to the sheets. Maybe I would invest into that, and we can have a domain that lets us redirect to that, and it'd be fun. But yeah, if we're talking about Texas, I love Barney Summers. I think he's the next big guy that nobody talks about because the Rangers are kind of quiet in comparison to teams like the Rays and the Indians. So I like him a lot. I think he's hitting like 850, 875.
875.
Oh my god, dude. That guy's my favorite.
Doesn't have a walk in him either. I like this guy I used to know.
Didn't have to call me up. Sorry, that's somebody I used to know by Gautier. I don't know.
Yeah, I realized. I was like, oh no,
dude. This podcast is so unlegit. But yeah, who else is on? Rangers got that sick ass shortstop Ross Fire, who is the best shortstop to not be on the Phillies right now. I mean, I love my dude Jake Wilson and Moog Mufasser, but that guy was class. Let's gush about our shortstops. Tell me why your shortstops are the best. I just realized we have an entirely GM podcast here, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, this is like the first couple we did.
Yeah, it's so we got a.
My shortstop is the best because he just hit a 2-run homer off Tiberius.
Yeah, that'll help your case a little bit, but maybe he's okay. Who's that, Lumox?
Lance Lummox? I don't know how the heck he says his name.
I wanted to trade for him, but I never got to do the deal. I think it's because the Pirates guy was just not there at the time. I remember wanting to trade for him. It was either him or a Coney, because I think I only had one shortstop and I wanted some depth there. So I was like, let's find another shortstop, and then I looked, and those are my two. And I ended up getting a Coney, and then I ended up trading him to the Cardinals for a pick. But I liked Coney. I like my players. All the people who've gone to the Phillies are good.
I'm going to get killed if I don't mention him. Johnny Hopkins would be the best third baseman in MLR, but he doesn't ever hit home runs, so I can't nominate a non-power hitting third baseman for best third baseman in baseball. Sorry.
Who is a power hitting third baseman in this league? I'm trying to think. Who's? I should probably look this up. I know Snow has only hit extra base hits, but he's only had 2 hits, so perhaps it's not entirely best worthy. Oh shit! I'm trying to think of like some good third basemen in this league.
If we're gushing about our shortstops, just to give you a little bit of time to look that up, I got 2 words for you: Lane and Drew.
Yeah, dude, he's my favorite shortstop, and I don't even. And he's not even my player. I will. Let's just say I will throw millions of dollars in his direction come the off season if millions of dollars is a thing in the off season. But yeah, I like him a lot. He's a Phillies guy. He's really cool. We had him on last week. If we're talking about users, I see Admiral there. It says he's online. I feel like he'd really want to join in on this, but he's not. I feel like he's online, but not online.
He said he was out with friends tonight.
Ah, lame! How dare he?
Friends.
Ugh, I've never heard such a word. Okay, let's think of more fake baseball games to talk about in our fake baseball podcast. I really have to take a shit, but I think I'm gonna be able to keep that
Just
one
shit
in.
while you're doing it.
Don't. No thanks.
I'm on mobile. I'm on mobile. I just had my headphones, the microphone hooked up, so I could be taking a shit right now, and you wouldn't even know it.
Okay. Just make sure not to talk while you're doing it, so it doesn't get, so I don't hear it. But I was gonna talk about Colorado and how they've kind of fallen off the map, and I feel bad because they had such a good session 1. They had such a good session 1. They had a negative 200 team DPA in their first game, and now they're just kind of they've been having hard times. So somebody tell me why Colorado is the best to go.
I thought you were gonna say why they fell off a cliff, and I was like,
Oh no, go ahead. I was purposely giving you like a really terrible question to see if somebody would actually try to answer it.
They're not is my answer.
They're not a bat, or they're not. What was my question?
Why Colorado is the best, or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, they're not. I agree. All right, that was a good conversation. How about you, Tim? You got something to say?
Gonna say they're the best because they've got Gottlieb Giannopoulos. That's a fun name to say.
Yeah, it's true. They just promoted him, didn't they?
I believe so. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, they've got some nice pieces in the works. They've got a lot of good names on that. Like,
There you go. What's your favorite name in MLR?
Ooh, did we get like an official like Q&A question?
Johnny, get
what a poll.
Favorite name in MLR. I really like Norwood Mackenzie, but that's like a practical, like that's like a legit name, like not like a funny name, just like a legitimately I would love that name if I had that name. But shit, I remember I really only recently realized what was going on in the name Dixie Wrecked. I felt like such an idiot.
I remember when you figured it out. You were so happy.
It wasn't as bad as when I just figured out Cambodia.
Yeah.
I thought that sounded Spanish. I really did. I was like, man, this is a really exotic Spanish name.
You figured out I won't even say the golly Mike that guy.
Golly McOxbig.
Yeah.
I love that guy. No, I knew that one though. That one, hell, I don't know. That one stood out to me, but Cambodia didn't. I think it's the Ox because we have another guy whose name Mike Oxlittle. So when I saw the ox, I immediately knew that he was trying to do a cock pun. Yeah, we've got a Pikov Andropov. I really like that. It just has like an interesting new name, like Pikov Andropov. My name is Pikov Andropov, and I am a Russian catcher for San Francisco Giants. That's what he sounds like. I hope that's canon. That he's like a really gruff Russian dude with like an alcohol problem. If that's not canon, somebody in the Giants get to that. But what about you guys? Give me some names. Like what's your favorite name on your team?
On my team.
On my team.
Or just any team, but like if you can't think of
I
one.
know what my favorite name on my team is, and I think it's one of your favorite names too, Jay, because you lost your mind when you joined the league.
God, who?
Meerkat Timmons?
Meerkat Timmons.
I just love that guy in general. He's so chill. Though he sometimes tries to steal my he sometimes tries to steal like because a lot of us are calculating stats on our own, and he just is like, here's 5,000 pages of perfectly articulated and researched stats for the public eye. It's like, damn, dude, I'm trying to make a living here.
It's really.
He stole a. Oh, go
linked
ahead.
up sheet, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is 5 pages of well over 100 numbers per page. This is terrifying."
So I got a question from our good boy Johnny Hopkins, and it's a very sad question. It's a very somber question, and I think I haven't mentioned it yet on this podcast, and I feel like it needs a little bit of mentioning. So I'm gonna officially announce this because I don't know if a lot of people heard about this, but Cy had my beloved franchise pitcher. Yeah, press F for respect, please. Cy had he died. He was on the way to Citizens Bank Park to watch his best friend Hudson Quinn pitch a doozy against the Expos. Were we playing at Citizens Bank Park? Shit, were we away? Let's just pretend.
You're home.
Yeah, okay, good. Okay, so he was on the way, and then he heard a distinct scream. It was kind of like, ah! And it was like a really high pitch. So he knew immediately that it was not just an adult, it was a kid. And it was multiple kids. There were a lot of kids there. And they were screaming their heads off, like out the window, like the house was on fire. So he looked to see if the house was on fire. But alas, the house was not on fire. But then he looks over and he sees a bear. And the bear is towering over a small ginger kid. And the bear's going, and Cy is like, Gadzooks. So he runs over, and he immediately, just without thinking, he just goes over and punches the bear in the face. And he punches the bear in the face again. And like the bear's a little dazed, but he gets up and they start wrestling. And the bear scratches at him, and he keeps punching the bear in the face. And what happens is that he gets a good left hook. He's a right-hander, but he gets a good left hook, and he just knocks that motherfucker down. He just completely, I guess, he breaks the neck. He completely kills this bear, and like the crowd of orphans are cheering, and everything's good. But the problem is that the bear hasn't fallen yet, and so Cy's kind of turned. He's looking at the kids with like his very handsome, succulent grin. And and suddenly the bear. I should be laughing at this. This is really serious. But then suddenly the bear. Suddenly the bear falls on him. I'm sorry. I'm crying and it sounds like I'm laughing. I wasn't there, but the orphans have a very good memory, so they were able to.
Was it a Berenstein bear?
Yes, but with an E, not with an A. But yeah, it was an 800-pound bear, and it fell on him and it crushed his little throat, and he died.
That is a story of a true American hero right there.
That's why Cy had I'm trying to push for the Cy Hat Award, and if you like the Cy Hat Award, give this a thumbs up and like the video and subscribe. But
Can I just say that Johnny Hopkins, that's a great comment. At least he died before Quinn could disappoint him one last time. That's a great comment.
Don't say that. We're trying to be good here. We're trying to be happy.
Fappy?
Happy.
I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to be fappy on a podcast.
Hey, dude. That's for your own time, yeah. No.
Who's fapping about Psy-Had dying?
Man. Johnny. I wanted to give a sort of compromise to Pi, and I said the best pitcher is Psy-Had, and the worst pitcher can be the Pi Young, and there you go. He gets his own award. Shut up, fuck off, Dom. I said that before. I'd have the logs to prove it.
I said it before, you son of a...
I have the logs to prove it somewhere. I said it today because I was in my internship waiting for nothing, just like waiting at a table for 7 hours. Ah, shit. I said it. But yeah, Psy-Had, it was sad and stuff. I wanted to start him today, but I guess I'll make do with Sunny Streaker. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the groundbreaking trade of the session, or the inter session, and that was the Sunny Streaker. What are your reactions to that? Do you think it's a good trade, or do you think it's a bad trade?
I think it's a potential good trade for both. I mean, it's just a minor league swap, basically.
That's lame.
Minor league slots are quite worthwhile. I realized that after trading one.
Yeah, but the thing that happened is that it was a minor league slot that I happened to have already traded for, so I had one extra minor league slot. Kinda, yeah.
Well, that's why I'm saying it's a good trade for you, because you had one extra slot and you get a guy that you know is going to be active, and if he can turn it around, that's going to be great. And you didn't have to give up much to give, you know.
Yeah, I'll see it. I really believe in him. I wanna give him a big ole hug and tell him it's not his fault, and then go from there. I'm currently
Goodwill hunting on him.
Yeah, I'll be his nurturer. I'll be his carer. When he has to throw up, I'll kind of pat him on the back a little bit, get him started.
There were a lot of trades this in between sessions.
Okay, yeah. So Dom, I'm gonna post this. I want you to keep in mind the time that it was posted. Yesterday at 4 o'clock.
But wasn't this discussed like 3 months ago?
No, this was discussed when Psy-Had died fighting the bear and saving the orphans while his body was still warm.
I was pretty sure that we proposed this a while ago.
Yeah, because Pi wanted it, but it wasn't. It was he wanted it to be the best, but he never had a challenger until Mr. Had came about and died. Fucking selfish prick.
Douchebag.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Garrett Linguini, he's cool. He kind of disappeared, which is why I kind of traded him. I needed to trade for a pitcher. I didn't know if you were gonna compensate me, Tim, but I just wanted to, because I still do have an extra minor league slot now, so I'm gonna still keep a lookout. But yeah, I just wanted to be like I needed the trade. Yeah, apparently Smudge reminded me that the Monster Mash trade happened this week. So I don't know. How about you guys give your opinions on that? What did I think Milwaukee got SK Brett Bug and another guy with two
Organic.
Oh yeah, I am Organic. Which Organic, I remember him not playing. He didn't play the entire thing up until that trade, but he apparently is active. I saw him a few times since then. So I think it's a good trade for Milwaukee. It's kind of like a rebuilding. It's a rebuilding trade, definitely. They're trying to get two guys who might be active, who might benefit the team. For a guy who's been on that team for a while, who maybe did leave on the best terms because of I remember the whole thing with him like accepting the Indians GM ship without telling Master Cashier. So yeah, how about you guys? What do you think about that trade? Yeah, it's interesting, Tom.
I think you had a good point in saying that it's two active guys for Mung who, if I forget who it was earlier today, highlighted that he hasn't hit anything yet, and he does 0 walks between. So, I mean, if he can't heat his bat up, I'd say, who do you get to Mets? Do you get trade or whoever move? Where did the Mets move? Milwaukee? Do you get traded from Milwaukee?
The Mets don't even exist anymore.
I know they moved to Milwaukee, right?
He's on Arizona
What
now.
happens when Dom is like, he was like away from the game for like a month, and he comes back. He's talking about teams that don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you know, when the Mets and the Royals were playing, we're like, what are you talking about?
How about them beach bums?
What happened? Back in my day.
Yeah, but Monster is he has I have the advanced stats sheet up right now, but he has a 284.17 DPA, which is not that good at all, and he has a negative .17 WPA, which I don't really know much about WPA, but it sounds bad because it's in the negatives. So I'm gonna go with that's pretty bad. But yeah,
If
it's
it can't heat back up, that is just an absolute fleece in my opinion. But we have yet to see.
we do have. I've noticed in the general voice chat we do have Johnny Hopkins and Max. If either of you guys want to come in, I think I'll allow it. I mean, I don't know. We've been talking for a while.
Speaking of just figuring out pictures or people's name, I just had to type somebody's name out, and I was like, wait a sec. I understand what their name means now.
What is it?
First name Mo, last name Lester. And I didn't get it.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
Holy shit! I love this league. I love this league. It's just a new surprise every single time. I did not know that. Oh.
Everyone in his neighborhood or something?
Say that again?
I said, isn't he supposed to tell all his neighbors what he is?
Yeah, shouldn't he tell his teammates? Oh, that's
Like, guys, don't bring your kids into the clubhouse, man.
that's
I
beautiful.
never got to talk about my favorite names on my team. I think everyone would lean towards baseball-y, but my personal favorite, I think, is Peter Peckershine. It just rolls off the tongue.
It does,
Like
it does.
it's just Peter Peckershine.
Peter Pecker picked a pack of pickled Padres.
And also, I don't know if any of you have seen his wiki, but he made it while he was drunk one night, and it's amazing. Basically, he was born in 1918, but he's only 20 years old because he was involved in an army experiment where he time traveled to 2017 to join the MLR.
It's his one destiny, dude.
And he's really fat. That's his other thing. He's really fat.
This is big boned. Gino has this shade on GM Lounge. She's calling us nerds for doing a podcast on a Friday. Fuck you, Gino. You don't know.
Not doing the podcast on a Friday, bitch boy.
Yeah, at least we're doing something.
Get out of here, you damn Guido.
All right, so I think I'm gonna bring in Hopkins because he wanted to join. So I want to give him a little bit of time to get situated.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
Doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Hold on, I think I'm getting a server that keeps blipping, so it's probably coming up in the podcast and being very distracting. But yeah, welcome to the podcast. We're talking about toddlers and babies and stadium food. And,
So we established that
molesters.
toddlers were not babies.
yeah, toddlers aren't babies. I agree with you. I think people who call them babies are. Did I say that they were babies? I think I accidentally did agree with that they were babies.
No, they were. Who I think it was. Was it Kevin who called it? No, it was Morello called him a high-level baby.
That's perfect. I want to use that. But we've got right now two Pirates people. So did we talk about the Nats and Pirates game? You guys maybe should gush about that for a while.
Right now?
So there's no Nats to complain about how they got gypped.
Yeah, we got that Stiefel thing going on. That or stifle. How do you guys say it?
It's Stiefel. Yeah, it's IE. Within German, that would be an E.
Yeah, it's Stiefel. So Stiefel. How long did he stay in for?
He auto walked the first hitter and then got yanked and traded.
Still took like a full day though. It was
He didn't get traded. He got waived.
That's right. He got
and
dropped.
claimed by the Red Sox, because that was around the time when the Red Sox were just kind of looking for everything. They have 4 pitchers. Yeah, but what did you guys win by?
5-2 or something.
5-2.
5-2. That's good.
5-2 because Darth came and got the save.
Darth. How about, Darth is probably the most. Darth and Dick Shot are very overlooked. I think Dick Shot more, to be honest.
When he made his adjustment late last season, it was like an entirely new pitcher. He just transcended to the best.
Yeah, I'm gonna not talk about him so we don't jinx him. We'll jinx the Montreal Expos. That's fine.
Dick Shot. Let's jinx Dick Shot. How do you think Dick Shot's doing? I haven't really been following the Twins lately because I really I really was a fan of Burr. Has he been used yet this season?
Yeah, he's using all 3 of his pitchers every game.
Aw, look at
Okay, so that's what he's doing, because I was confused because it said that Dick Shot's only pitched 7 innings yet, but he's faced 27 batters, so I was kind of confused there.
Yeah,
I always root against every other Johnny, so I hate Dick Shot.
that's interesting. Were you the guy who had a name dispute?
Yeah, Mike Honcho, that son of a bitch.
Yeah, for the Blue Jays. He won a fair and square though, which is how we decide everything by rock paper scissors here, like big.
What a coincidence! They were both third basemen playing each other, and we picked the same name.
God damn, Chip is just working it right now. I love it.
Oh, you want to talk about the Orioles game?
I feel like I'm gonna go off on a tirade. What? There's live comments now? When did this get updated?
Dude, I'm legit. I'm serious about my MLR content.
It's fantastic.
But yeah, let's start going into session 4. I almost said session 7. Let's go into session 4 in a little bit, and let's talk about some of the stuff that's happened right now.
Play Toronto. I'm looking to choke out some Blue Jays.
Oh, that's actually a really good. That's a good matchup. You guys should be rivals. Like, you guys should make a pact to be rivals. Shake hands, kiss. Like, do the rival kiss. You know, the
You want
one.
to kiss it on Monday? Because
I still want payback though from when you grand slammed us to win last time. I want payback.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Oh, that's cool. I don't remember that. Who grand slammed?
Fucking, what was his name again?
Grand slammed and quit.
Oh yeah! What's
he
his?
immediately quit.
Yeah, he had a story written about him in the Gazelle. What is his name?
What is ACL? What was his name?
You don't even know?
Stratified. That's who it was.
Yeah, and Aaron Range.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's just auto-K'd every game, and he comes back from one at bat and quits, and it's a grand slam.
That was the best departure since.
And that was our only win of last session.
Yeah.
Of last season.
Guys, I just realized Dan Garzone, Danger Zone.
You just realized that?
I'm fucking blown away right now.
Oh my god, dude! I don't expect puns every single time, so I'm not looking for them. I didn't know that.
That's a fucking good one.
I didn't know that. Oh my god, this I keep getting surprised. It's gonna be like
I've ever seen him. Where's he at?
Dan Garzone.
Literally one of the worst feelings in the world when you have one of the best pitching staffs in the league, yet you're winning two.
You keep adjusting your mic because you keep going a lot of sounds.
There's a train.
Oh, did you hear that?
That train was not.
Yeah.
Did you hear that train? Really? That's really far away. This microphone is incredible. Oh man, buy it today. I forget what it's called. Now for only $75 on Amazon. Buy the red headphone set. That's what it's called. Now marked down 50% off on Amazon.com. pre-order, even though it's out by now. Yeah, but we're talking about the Orioles pitching staff. I haven't really paid attention to any games except the ones I've been umping lately.
Well, I put in GM earlier. We're second in team ERA, second in team strikeouts, and like 7th in team WHIP. Yet we have 1 win.
Yeah, the Phillies have kind of sucked, so I guess we're
Like
good
we
for
have
one win.
we have a WHIP of like 1.21, an ERA of 1.6 or 1.5 something, and like
158.
22 strikeouts. And it's just, feels
I'm a little
bad.
disappointed in the NL so far this year. We were a powerhouse last season, and it's pretty weak.
Yeah, what's the NL East doing? We have the Pirates and the Expos that are doing okay, and then we have like everyone else sucking. I guess the Brewers are doing well too, aren't they?
They just gave up the lead though, so I mean.
Oh yeah, the
never
Brewers
end.
suck. Never mind. I love the Brewers though. Like I think they're the new fun team. The Twins were that for a while, where it's like they're the new like team you should sign with, but now the Brewers are. I think. I don't know. That's my personal opinion. I just feel like Master Cashier. So
Yeah, what happened to the Twins' high production value from the start of last season? I missed that.
the Twins started out on fire, which is good because they were really bad last season, and then they became good, and I stopped liking them as much. I like the lovable losers, but yeah, they've got a good team there. They've always been weird because they've always been active, but they just like a lot of the bad teams is because they have trouble with activity. But yeah, the Twins have always been active. It's just been bad luck for them. So it's good that they've started to really have a good season this time. They did get walked off by the Red Sox. By Baseball, I Make Baseball Face? Was that
It was an honorable loss, though.
Yeah, it was. I think it was Baseball, I Make Baseball Face who walked them off. Because of course it was.
Yep.
That guy's a powerhouse. Like
Hit 2 home runs in that game.
there's two big players, and I think like Baseball, I Make Baseball Face is the more obvious active one. Like he's the well-known MVP, and then there's Summers, who's like the lesser-known underdog MVP, which I guess not so much anymore. But like
Actually hitting 875.
I didn't know who he was until I umped him. I had no idea he existed, but he's like up, like even before I umped him, he had a good like 700 average, and he comes up here, hits 3 more fucking hits. It was incredible. I liked him a lot though because he was very humble about it. He was very chill, and I was like,
Yeah, but are any of
Besides
6 for
home
9?
run- Oh yeah, and he's got RBI too.
what was that, Hopkins?
Are any of them 6 for 9 like me, though?
7 for 8.
69.
Oh, okay. It's just all these jokes. Like it takes me a while. You gotta be patient with me. 69. And didn't you say that? Were you the one who said that your DPA would be 69 if you had a 0?
15 straight 0 difference at bats is all it takes.
Oh wow,
That's all.
What is your DPA? That actually sounds kind of bad.
173.5.
Oh, that's actually really good. Just kidding. Wow. DPAs are weird. I think Summers has a DPA of like 70 in his first
That's
8 at
sustainable.
bats. Actually, it's actually 97, but it's still under 100, which is insane. I think he's like the only guy who is under 100 that doesn't have like 2 at bats. I'm trying to think of somebody else who had a really good start.
Air had a good start.
I think Garrett did. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, but the fact that, like, if we're gonna talk about good starts, we have to talk about a little bit of pitching as well too. Besides the fact, I think Rob has been really good for us, and besides the late runs in the Tampa game, Chip was pretty solid. He had held Tampa to 1 run through 6 innings? Did we go to 7? Or did we go to 8?
That was your game, dude.
I don't remember.
No,
I was asking Whit to see if he remembered. I think we might have went to 8, but yeah, he held him to 1 run. Wow, got the triple play. I am very, very happy with my pitching staff. Yet I have how many players batting under 200? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ooh.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
You need to work there. You do have Falk though.
Falk and Bernie Petrol, just a quiet 500 batting average. So.
Because Bernie Petrol hates this league, I think. He hates me for changing his name to Bernie Petrol, but he refused to give me a new name because he really liked the username. He was the only person who ever actively complained about having like player names beside their username. And so, I don't know. I
didn't know that actually.
Yeah, he was the only person. He commented in there. He was kind of pissed off. He was like, "Can you please change my name back?" And I was like, "You can. I mean, since it's a granted name, you can give me whatever name you want." And he's like, "Yeah, can you put my username?" And it's kind of was like, "Sorry, man."
He commented. He talked in my Discord first time in like a month today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, Jesus, he's not dead.
He's. I'm glad he's active.
I don't know. He gets his hits in, so that's all that matters, I guess.
It's just more and more value.
Yeah, he was pretty decent last year. I mean,
Hi Frank, how you doing? He said
quiet,
hi, stream.
Quietly been okay both years, both seasons.
What other teams can we talk about? I mean, Hudson. I was so happy because like, Philadelphia has been known for its good offense. Season 7 or season 1 was very good offense, but this season we started out with pretty goddamn good pitching, which struggled at the end of last year. And like Cy came in and he pitched a good game, and Quinn came in and he pitched a good game, and I was like, oh, Quinn's like on the top of the leaderboards. He's doing really well, and just he gave up a really bad first inning to the Indians. I'm not gonna stop starting him, mainly because Sonny Streaker is my third pitcher, but I'm gonna try to get him try to get Streaker some relief time and keep Quinn in the starting position. I think he can pull through. He just needs to get more confidence in himself, like after moments like these. But yeah, I'm. Go ahead.
Confession.
Confession. Go ahead.
So, as you all know, well, actually, I don't know if everyone remembers, I traded Clipper Charge at the draft to acquire picks, and I was trying to bundle him with Rob Pancakes.
Oh.
Gonna pick Johnny with the pick, but I decided not to, and I feel really good about that. I did get Nicky out of the. Actually, I got Nicky out of the second round, and I got Cole, who isn't hitting fantastic, but he has 3 walks, total of 0 runs, unfortunately. But that's beside the point. He's been decent so far, but I got Nicky out of the second rounder, and Rob has been pretty solid. I mean, I can't say I regret not trading him.
Dick Schott has been at least a top 3 pitcher so far.
I think the only thing is he's only faced 20 batters.
Yeah, he has had it's been the way he's been used. That is a big thing. Like relievers have less of a chance to fight out.
He's playing a middle relief role, I'm assuming.
I'm not sure. He's playing something.
Because him and Burr have similar innings pitch numbers. I'm assuming that Burr goes like 4, Johnny goes 1 and maybe a third, and then Knuckles comes in, maybe.
Oh yeah, Knuckles exists. I'm looking at trying to look at Burr right now. Yeah, Burr's doing well right now, and I'm really happy because he was like my favorite pitcher last season. I didn't think he should have gotten Cy Young votes, but I still think he's like one of the best. He's one of the best pitchers, and I think he's very underrated. And it's good to see him have a 1.44 ERA and 8.33 innings pitched. This Tim Burr does which by the way I think is a pun for timber.
Oh,
Timber.
Say anything.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Once you start saying them in a podcast, it all comes out. We should just have like a podcast where we just silently, like solemnly list names and see which ones are like newfound puns. It'll just be like, oh, it's like every 13.
Just read every name.
Yeah, we have about 360 names. We got a lot of people here. Because we at least have 330. At least if we have enough for full rosters for every team, which I think we have about that. I mean, Baltimore has like 5 people missing because it's Baltimore.
There's 44
Yeah.
people in the minors right now, too.
There's 44?
Yeah, all 4 teams have 11 people on them right now.
I'm trying to see. Blue Jays don't have a full roster. Rangers don't have a full roster. So I guess there's
we have a full roster because
Somewhere
one
around.
was on suspension.
We have 12 of 0 minor leaguers.
You could say 350, and that'd be a pretty safe number. Probably a little bit more, but it's a nice, easy round number.
Yeah, about that. But I'm happy with the growth of this league. I'm hoping we just keep going. I really want to get like. I don't know. We can talk about this later, but I'm very interested in getting at least all 30 teams done by after the season, after the season ends. But I'm not sure how we can incorporate that in free agency.
Man, there's a lot of free agents. I need to maybe just maybe I should.
You should sign more people.
I don't believe in minor leagues, but
You have 3 major league positions open.
I do.
And you also have a bunch of people hitting under the Mendoza line. Should probably get some backups here.
I'm going to complain about my hitting, and I don't have a full roster, but I don't believe in signing free agents.
I'm gonna contact somebody just because of his name, and also I kind of want another player type of this.
Just hoard all the minor league slots and trade them. That's what you gotta do. Just trade all your minor league slots, and then get some. And you have 3 minor league slots, so trade each one for a good player, a decent major league player, and then you'll have all 3 of your remaining major league slots filled.
Who has a really good first baseman?
I have my first baseman's very unproven. Oakland, since they're kind of sucking right now, they might trade you Van Vactor for like a few active guys.
Gotta sing the praises of
Man,
MLR Bach. He's pretty great.
Say it again?
You mean?
Yeah.
Don't try to get me to trade Emmer. Come on.
No, we're not trading Emmer, of course not, unless the price is high enough.
Oh wow, she's batting 714. And OBP
Wait, is this guy signed?
Wait, average is 714, OBP is 667.
Yeah.
Is that
Lot of
possible?
singles there.
It's all singles.
Mike Hunt plays for the Twins, and he's still on the free agent list.
Does he?
It says he's a free agent. I was gonna contact him, and sign him.
Does he play for the Twins?
Apparently he does.
I don't see him anywhere on the Twins roster.
He's submitted numbers in their games.
If he does, it's
It's
probably
a session 3 drop, so you wouldn't be submitting in session 4.
Yeah, it is a session 3.
Did he play for the Red Sox? And he was dropped. I'm not sure. We probably would have to figure that out. It's probably my fault though if it is something.
No, it's right on he's where he's supposed to be.
Okay.
Is he a free agent?
Yeah.
Maybe he's just crazy. I don't know, that's strange. If he's playing for the Twins, it's weird because I'm pretty sure he was a Red Sox guy.
Are there 2 people with that name, maybe?
Oh, maybe.
Mike Hunt on the Renegades.
Oh, Mike Hunt's on the Renegades?
That's the same person, I think.
Oh, free agent, that's why. Yeah. It has him listed as a free agent guy.
Oh.
The free agent minor leaguers, from the standpoint of the players, they're good. From the standpoint of the GMs, it's kind of a minor problem. I mean, it's like a selfish minor problem. So I'm not gonna ask you to reverse it, but
Oh, no, he is a free agent.
I was just saying, like, there's no leverage now, like when if you're talking with a person about like demoting them, there's no leverage to be like, well, at least you're still playing in the minor leagues with me, because like if they got released or if they became a free agent, they would still play in the minor leagues now. So I can't blackmail my players into continuing to play with me.
Yeah,
Well, I think the basis of that came around with like some of the people who have been free agents for a while, is to get them some visibility, kind of like the showcase games were, you know.
I definitely like that, because a lot of people that are free agents, you figure out like 5 months afterwards that they're actually still active and willing to play. And it's like, oh well, that's a problem.
Well, that was another big part of it, because I was one of the ones who helped propose it, was to keep the free agents into the game. Because like if I'm a free agent and no one's contacted me, it's been like 2 weeks,
Yeah.
I'm gonna forget about the game. I'm gonna move on. But this keeps them in the game, keeps them active, a part of it, and then.
Because I don't know how we're gonna keep people motivated to want to play in the minors if we have like a full major squad. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. Because it's like if you're in the minors, why would you?
Yeah, there is a thing where it's like you could just, I don't know. I was thinking about this earlier, and like thinking about like player willingness, like willingness to sign a minor league contract when they just waited out for a major league contract since they're still playing in the minor leagues.
You
Like,
gotta play for the love of the fake game.
blah, boo. But I was just thinking like it might make minor league contracts a little less useful, because it might be in the minor league free agent's best interest to play as a minor leaguer as a free agent, and then wait for a major league spot to open up so that you can sign with them instead. Which I guess, I don't know, I guess it's good for both the new major league team. I guess it's good for that, but it keeps it so that there's a lot of free agents, I feel, if they think that way. Which I don't know if they do. I don't know if that's a real problem. I'm just kind of saying
I don't
words. I guess we'll figure it out.
Yeah, this will be the first time that they're actually playing, so we'll see if it changes anything.
Not gonna lie, I completely forget who Oakland's GM is.
Rick Gymnast. He hasn't come on the. He hasn't come on the
Is Rabbi Chase
Discord.
dead? Does he still exist?
Who? Rabbi Chase or Rabbi Chase? I think so. I've talked to him. He gave me his roster, his lineup for when I to the Seattle Texas game. And he did pretty promptly too. So I think he's like one of those GMs that are in the shadows. So yeah, I think he's okay.
I don't know how I can, because I can't see him because it doesn't say. So I can't. I have to ping him.
I think we've talked a lot. We might call it a day. You guys have anything else you want to talk about? Going once.
Go Pirates.
Go Blue Jackets.
Who are you versing? Oh yeah, you're versing the Expos. So yeah, go Pirates. Avenge my team's death to a shutout.
Doing it for the Phillies.
Yeah, doing it for the Phillies. # doing it for the Phillies. So yeah, guys, thank you for joining us for this edition of the MLR Podcast. We'll probably be back by the end of session 4 to give some more juicy drama. But now that's some more league discussion, and hopefully we'll have a lot to talk about. I'd like to thank the people who came to talk with me on this Friday night in this very impromptu and sudden podcast. So thank you guys, and yeah, I'll finish this off. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye.